I'm taking another stab at this lovely, elegant new dessert that I've been really into lately, a pear custard pie. And so I just decided to experiment with just a few new ingredients from the usual recipe and the usual times that I've been making it. So let me start off that this time I got a Bartlett pear. Man, this was one expensive pear at a buck 44 at Walmart, but it's a Bartlett pear, not a Bosco or a D'Anjou, a Bartlett. And I'm still not the most like well versed in my pears, but maybe I'll get there. And then I really, I just think this is a lovely cooking milk, the evaporated milk. My mother, she'd always use it in her, religious prasadam cooking for sweets, Indian sweets, especially on religious holidays. And I just, tasted the flavor once and I thought, you know what, instead of regular milk, let me just try evaporated milk. And I think it will lend that lovely little slightly sweetish but fragrant flavor. And then I decided, I'm going to experiment with some light brown packed sugar this time. Let's just see. I mean, it's not, as I guess imposing as the classic dark brown packed sugar. So I thought, if I'm going to toss out the, switch out the usual table sugar or white granulated sugar for something like this, it can't be too bad. Especially it'll probably, play off the evaporated milk's, a little bit more denser flavor. And I'm going to try imitation maple because, I mean, it's really, I got a little whiff of this and it's really good. And because I'm jazzing the recipe up anyway, I thought instead of the usual vanilla, let's just try the maple. And I think all of this, the three substitutions I made is just going to maybe yield in a little bit more of a richer dessert, but still delicate and elegant all the same because it is a custard pie. It's still going to be custard. So I think we'll see. I'm really interested and excited to see how this is going to turn out. Now, the other substitution, that I was kind of toying with, because I was just, I want to do everything anew and substitute a lot of things and do fun. Instead of the regular all-purpose white flour, I thought, oh, well, let me just try rice flour as a binder. But then, I felt hesitant, the flavor, like, will rice flour really give, that kind of flavor? I mean, in general, I'm all about my rices. You know me. I'm a rice goddess. Like rice is divine and rice flour no less. Beauty rituals, whatever. But I don't know. I might just stick to regular flour in this one because I just don't know, how rice flour would meld well with like butter and milk and sugar. I just like, I don't want to take that risk and then potentially, ruin a whole, all my ingredients, a whole recipe, a whole dish. So let's chuck this out of the picture. I have a little bit of powdered sugar ready here, and this is one final ingredient that I kept forgetting every time I made this dish, but this is like for the little, elegant garnish, sprinkling at the end. And because I don't have like that actual like little tin canister thing for these kinds of things, I'm just gonna have to use like my cha chana, like my tea strainer, and try to, do everything that with that. So we'll see, how that works. And then finally, I just want to make a special mention of egg replacer. Not that, this is a new ingredient. I mean, because I eat eggless, I use egg replacer in place of real eggs every time I bake. Recipe permitting, of course. And so I just want to say, last night when I trialed this, in this recipe, oh my goodness, lovely results, literally lovely results. And I think if you really just follow the instructions and to a T and do how they say, which means, because it's like a chemistry, a chemical reaction, don't wait too long, immediately add this ingredient and immediately put it in your heated oven, in your preheated oven. And so I think lately I've been doing that. I paid attention to the fine print. I've been doing that and it's been yielding me excellent results. So I'm ready to try this out.